Hi, this is Dr. Janet Hull, and this video is part of my Healthy pH video series. And it's all about the general dietary recommendations. These help change your pH level and also help you maintain a healthy pH level. Eating a meal that is right for your individual body type should produce marked and lasting improvement in your energy. It should increase mental clarity and give you an improved feeling of emotional well-being, leaving you feeling well satisfied for several hours after eating a meal. I highly recommend doing your research about how foods make a difference in how you feel. I recommend a book, The Metabolic Typing Diet, and I recommend reading Chapter 6 in my 10 Steps to Detoxification ebook. My Richardson Cancer Prevention Diet book has many references to healthy eating and healing foods all throughout the book. And, of course, reading my pH booklet is a great way to learn how the pH of foods can alter your body pH and keep it balanced. Here is the reference to the Metabolic Typing Diet book. You see, if you're already feeling good, eating healthy foods should maintain that feeling of well-being. But if you feel worse an hour or so after eating, such as you still feel hungry even though you're physically full, you develop a sweet craving after you've eaten a meal, if your energy level drops, or if you feel anxious, a little hyper, nervous, or even angry and irritable, or if you feel depressed after eating, well, you just fell asleep at the meal. This just might be due to an improper combination of proteins, fats, and carbohydrates that you just ate in your last meal. You know, you might think that you're eating the perfect foods for your metabolism and health, but having too much of one type of the food groups in place of another can easily produce a lack of energy. It is important to identify your individual nutritional needs and eat what you require for you. So, which body type are you? You can be one of 3 general body types: a protein user, a carb burner, or mixed. Let's look at the protein user. Protein types do better on a low carbohydrate diet, eating higher levels of protein and more healthy fats. The typical ratio for a protein eater averages around 40% protein and 30% of fats and carbs with each meal. But the amounts could easily shift to 50% fats and as little as 10% carbohydrates, depending on various circumstances. So stay flexible. Now, a carb burner typically feels best when the majority of the food with each meal is a carb. All right, now this is not mainstream info though. It seems that we're being told to watch our carbs so that we can lose weight and keep our cholesterol levels down. Now, diabetics must lower their carbs, but some people need more carbs than others to maintain their weight. Again, determine your individual body type. Otherwise, you might be starving yourself and wondering why you can't lose weight. It's because you're eating the wrong types of foods for you. Carb burners typically require about 60% carbs to 25% protein and 15% fat per meal. And again, this body type may need as little as 10% fat and as high as 80% carbs in exceptional times. This is like if you're under stress or running a marathon. Now, your mixed type is balanced, and this requires an equal split of protein and carbs with each meal. Here's some rough guidelines. And don't sweat the percentages because they'll vary from person to person, and they'll vary from activity and stress levels, and they'll vary with the quality of food. If you do not react well to your last meal, change the ratios the next time you eat that same meal and analyze again your reactions. In this way, you can fine-tune each meal to the ratios of proteins, fats, and carbs that are just right for you. Don't feel worse after a meal.